popping at you like a ball gag out of the dead mouth of David Carradine, hurling like a meteorite of spit landing on a boom mic held by media interviewing police from somewhere in Thailand. This is Locker Room Talk, and I'm your host, Political. If anyone ever says to you, "Can I ask you a question?" slap them in the face immediately for asking a question without permission. That kind of question is a setup, just like someone telling you you have to believe them. These sorts of personalities just put me out, man. There are people out there who would tell you to mind your own business while they are in the privacy and security of your home. "Oh, who is it, Andy?" "Well, I'll be darned. Looks like it's a surveillance state, Aunt B. Say hi." Bob Hope said once that the TV was watching you with an ominous tone and spooky facial expression on the Dean Martin show, which reminded me of something. The first color photograph developed by Clerk Maxwell. I wonder how we've gotten this far. I don't know how to build a TV, though essentially if I traveled back to medieval or dynastic or ancient Egyptian times, all the mana I require to build a radio or TV, a computer, a car, a train, a plane, or even a flamethrower would be there, buried in the earth. I would be of no real use to ancient man. I should have seen it coming with the Great Migration. No, not the refugees in the Middle East, but as that region was steadily crumbling, here in America the youth were migrating from MySpace to Facebook. Facebook was sold as a more refined, sophisticated adult platform for your chat room experience. But what was it really? MySpace was teaching us how to code. It allowed innumerable ways to express yourself by the design of your page. A virtual bedroom with posters of your favorite bands on the wall. Perhaps a song you played when one of your top 5 friends clicked on your page and wandered into your virtual headroom. Facebook is a CIA term that refers to a binder full of headshots and brief bios. Isn't that interesting? The fact that we know so little about the function of our world is disappointing. We've traded freedom for a false sense of security, but more than that, us, have traded freedom for economic and mental slavery. While we're at it, how in the hell does a record player work? Why isn't it a necessity for us to know how electricity works? I've often said throughout my life that our educational system is defunct and barely more than babysitting. We have so much potential to do good with the advances in technology in the past couple decades. What happened? Were all the people with the James Bond toys saving the Earth from unseen forces, or were they involved in sex, drugs, and weapons trafficking? Could it be that the most powerful people on the planet are quite boring and haven't even considered the possibility of human potential beyond cybernetic and genetic assistance? Do the fundamental principles of reality escape them because every quantum leap they've made has been done so with stolen technology? Well, it's hard to tell. When the mainstream media is spiraling like a turd around the bowl and have abandoned any will to pursue objective journalism and are now nothing more than political theater, it is hard to tell. We now live in a world where victimhood equals victory, and the lines between collective responsibility and personal responsibility are 50 shades of gay. When did tolerance become synonymous with ignorance? The idea behind bashing the opposing political party I can summarize in part as this: internalization of virtue. We all want to be the good guy. In fact, every warring religion on the planet is aiming for utopia. They argue over essentially who loves God the most and how to do it. And to offer a juxtaposition: externalization of vitriol. Shun the non-believer. Shame. Anyone who doesn't agree with me is Hitler. What do we see on the telly? We see a ramping up of artificial emotion based upon previous tragedies. A level of doofus-like pseudo-puritanical bullshit that spins like a busy idiot in the rain. How the CNN re-reported that effectively doxed an old lady who sounded like the mother from Requiem for a Dream. "Are you working with Russians, Ma? Harry, I'm gonna be on television." How he can look in the mirror and feel like a hero amazes me. Maybe he was after some teenage pussy, who knows? They are trying to force good men to act irrational. Don't. The longer we hold out, the more brazen they get. But they hold no substance and will fail. We will all know if that moment comes what to do. Well, until next time, I'm Political.